The police dog diligently patrolled the ports of Shenzhen, China, not fully comprehending the gravity of his role in preventing contraband and weapons from entering the country. To him, it was merely an enjoyable task rewarded with treats. As the officers scrutinized more than 15 containers lacking proper documentation, the smugglers banked on slipping their illicit goods past the officers amidst the chaos of inspection. Little did they know the officers' proficiency, honed through countless operations. A trio of anti-smuggling specialists swiftly moved to examine the first container upon receiving the alert. Seasoned and methodical, they had intercepted numerous illicit shipments in recent weeks. The initial containers yielded innocuous contents, toys and phone cases, attributed to clerical errors common in bustling ports. However, container number 5702 posed an enigmatic challenge. While its exterior appeared unremarkable, discrepancies in origin port listings raised suspicion. Despite outward appearances, the vigilant police dog signaled a red flag by steadfastly refusing to budge, fixated on the container with unwavering determination. Despite attempts to coax the dog away, its resolute stance indicated a detection of specific odors indicative of illicit substances. This canine intuition ultimately unraveled the complex web of international crime, transforming the unassuming container into a sensational global news headline involving customs officials and a notorious criminal syndicate. The customs officials, though uncertain of the contents within, decided to heed the police dog's alert and investigate the container. Despite the occasional missteps of canine detectors, they couldn't dismiss the possibility of concealed contraband. With bolt cutters in hand, they struggled to breach the container's rusty red doors. Upon finally prying open the doors, they were greeted by bags filled with a peculiar, lightweight, coal-like substance. Touching it left dark stains akin to charcoal on their skin. Yet, as they exposed one bag, a noxious stench engulfed them, inducing coughing fits and breathlessness, even disorienting the police dog momentarily. Sensing potential danger, officials summoned health inspectors for assistance and secured the area for a comprehensive investigation. The unfamiliar and overpowering odor hinted at something unprecedented, launching a historic inquiry unlike any encountered before. What they uncovered surpassed mere contraband. It was a living creature of extraordinary rarity. Originating from an African forest over 7,000 miles away, the creature had been clandestinely captured by a man driven by poverty to seek fortune. Employing nature's clues, stripped tree bark, claw-marked ant nests, he eventually ensnared 5 of these elusive beings. Upon examination, the creatures revealed distinctive features, tails stretching along their bodies, blending seamlessly into their backs adorned with thick, rounded guards. Despite their diminutive size, their scales were highly coveted, rendering them valuable commodities due to their unparalleled appearance. The man who captured the pangolins had intentions to sell them to a local dealer, a minor player in a larger poaching network. The potential profits were substantial, driving him to pursue this lucrative opportunity. However, the fate awaiting these creatures was bleak. They would be slaughtered, their scales harvested, and shipped off to China. Fortunately, with the assistance of the police dog, customs officials intercepted the shipment, marking a significant victory for law enforcement. Inside the container, they made a chilling discovery: a vast quantity of pangolin scales, numbering in the thousands. These scales belong to a species that holds the unfortunate distinction of being the most trafficked animal globally, despite its endangered status. Protected by both national and international laws, pangolins face the threat of extinction, with several species classified as critically endangered on the IUCN Red List. In China, the consumption of pangolins is strictly prohibited, carrying severe penalties of up to 10 years imprisonment. Despite lacking scientific validation, pangolin scales are sought after for their purported medicinal properties, driving a relentless demand. This demand has emboldened traffickers, who employ bribery and brazen tactics to conduct their illegal operations. These syndicates wield significant power within the criminal underworld, with the seizure of the container representing a crucial breakthrough in law enforcement efforts. Weighing nearly 12 tons, the pangolin scales recovered from the 293 bags were estimated to have originated from 20,000 to 30,000 pangolins. This staggering figure underscores the urgent need to combat poaching activities threatening these creatures' survival. The interception of the container propelled authorities closer to dismantling a transcontinental trafficking network spanning from Africa to China. While the illegal pangolin trade often originates in Africa, the true orchestrators of this criminal enterprise operate from within China, catering to a vast clientele base. This seizure marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing battle against wildlife trafficking and underscores the importance of international cooperation in protecting endangered species. The customs team embarked on a formidable mission in their extensive investigation, confronting a syndicate that had operated with impunity for an extended period, accumulating significant wealth. The value of the latest container alone amounted to hundreds of thousands of dollars, a staggering sum that paled in comparison to the loss of 30,000 pangolins. The investigators encountered substantial hurdles in identifying the masterminds behind this heinous mass slaughter. With only false identities on shipping documents as leads and limited resources at their disposal, they enlisted the expertise of a specialized unit to dismantle the smuggling network. Expert analysis traced the origin of the pangolin scales to Africa, narrowing down the suspects. After meticulous scrutiny of numerous records and field inquiries, they finally apprehended two individuals, identified as He and Lee, who emerged as primary suspects. This breakthrough marked a significant stride towards safeguarding pangolins from exploitation. Lee, a seasoned smuggler with a history of evading capture, vehemently denied any involvement with the pangolin scales. Despite the discovery of incriminating photos on his cell phone, he maintained that he had acquired the device secondhand and disavowed ownership of the images. While the evidence against Lee was compelling, his alibi shielded him from arrest. Without direct proof linking him to the crime, the investigators were unable to detain him indefinitely. Undeterred, the investigators persisted in their pursuit of justice. Leveraging a critical oversight by Lee in one of the scale photographs, they identified a distinctive mole on his foot, inadvertently captured in the image. By meticulously comparing the foot in the photograph with Lee's actual appendage, they obtained irrefutable evidence crucial for his prosecution, staying one step ahead of the perpetrator. Subsequent inquiries unveiled a lucrative partnership between Lee and He, resulting in substantial profits amounting to $758,000. It was revealed that both individuals had traveled on the same flight to the African nation of origin for the pangolin scales. While Lee orchestrated shipping operations from Africa to China, he facilitated the sale of pangolin scales and ensured customer satisfaction within China's borders. The apprehension of Lee and He served as a catalyst for uncovering a vast network of smugglers and criminals, potentially involving hundreds of individuals. The investigators recognized that their efforts merely scratched the surface of a sprawling criminal enterprise. Their overarching objective was to safeguard pangolins and dismantle the network, ensuring that all implicated perpetrators faced justice. The investigation underscored the pressing necessity to combat illegal wildlife trafficking and preserve endangered species on a global scale. Lee and He operated within a broader framework of criminal collaboration, underscoring the interconnected nature of wildlife crime. In a separate case, the Intermediate People's Court in China convicted 17 individuals for smuggling 23 tons of pangolin scales valued at millions from Nigeria. China has implemented substantial measures to safeguard wildlife, including removing pangolin body parts from traditional medicine and enhancing the protective status of pangolins. Stringent enforcement of laws and imposition of severe penalties are imperative to protect endangered species effectively. Collaborative endeavors are indispensable for the future conservation of pangolins, encompassing heightened awareness, strengthened legislation, enhanced enforcement mechanisms, and sustainable practices. It is imperative that we unite to preserve these remarkable creatures for generations to come.